It's not a secret anymore. The all-electric Polestar 3 SUV is coming to town to rival the Porsche Macan EV, Tesla Model X, and the impressive list of cars in the electric SUV category. But nobody knows exactly when it will hit the streets. Not anymore though, because in today's video, we'll reveal the proposed release date for the Polestar 3 SUV. But before we get into the nitty-gritty of things, let's remind ourselves about all the stunning features that the 3 SUV is expected to come with. As we all know, Polestar is jointly owned by Volvo and Geely. This gives the Swedish automaker access to a wide range of infrastructure and technologies. But for the Polestar 3, 2 car manufacturing plants have been chosen to facilitate its production. It will be produced first at Volvo's plant in South Carolina and also at Geely's factory in Chengdu, China. Both factories have the capacity to produce 150,000 cars every year. But then, we know the entire slot won't be reserved for the Polestar 3 SUV alone. According to Polestar, manufacturing the 3 SUV will significantly reduce delivery times, as well as the environmental impact associated with shipping vehicles around the world. Additionally, the Swedish automaker believes that using the South Carolina plant as the production home will positively impact the price of the Polestar 3 and will also help the company compete favorably in the American automotive market. This stunning sports utility vehicle will have some company though, because Volvo's next-generation XC90 will also be manufactured at the 2.3 million square foot car plant in South Carolina. Meanwhile, the Chengdu car manufacturing plant already serves as the production home of the Polestar 1. Our guess is that the Polestar 3 cars that will be produced at the Geely-owned factory in Chengdu, China, will service the Asian and European markets. It's needless to say that Polestar's car-making expertise is absolutely top-notch. But marketing these machines is a totally different game. That's something the Swedish automaker will hope to learn from Volvo, its sister brand. Aside from sharing the same production home, the Polestar 3 and XC90 will be built on the same platform. It's the futuristic SPA modular platform that originally belongs to Volvo, but of course Polestar is allowed to use it as part of the partnership between both companies, alternatively called the SPA2 platform. This architecture features a large wheelbase, enormous storage area, short overhangs, spacious cabin, and NVIDIA's Drive AGX Xavier chip. This sophisticated chip can reportedly complete 30 trillion operations per second and is expected to power the car's infotainment system and self-driving capabilities. The only downside would be that using this platform automatically means that the Polestar 3 SUV can only accommodate 5 passengers at most. The Polestar 3 SUV is being advertised as a fierce performance electric vehicle, but so far, nothing concrete has been confirmed. However, we can make some guesses based on the facts that are available to us at the moment. Following the lead of its predecessors, we'd expect the Polestar 3 SUV to have 2 powertrain options, a single motor variant that will be affordable for all and a dual motor option that will offer optimized performance. Either way, we expect Polestar 3 to drift from 0 to 60 in about 4 to 5 seconds. Anything above this time frame would leave it languishing behind other competitors in terms of speed. But on the flip side, it might jolly well exceed our expectations in terms of performance thanks to the new technologies being developed by the Swedish automaker. This includes a 636 horsepower electric motor nicknamed P10, a 2-speed gearbox, and a new battery pack. We hear all of these latest inventions will be exclusive to Polestar cars alone and will not be shared by sister automotive brands like Volvo and Lotus. But then again, these technologies may not necessarily make their debut with the Polestar 3 SUV. Instead, they might be installed in other upcoming models like the Polestar 4 or the Polestar 5. Nevertheless, the 3 SUV is a big vehicle, so at the bare minimum, Polestar has to aim for a battery capacity that can match Tesla's sophisticated 100 kWh battery system. If this is the case, then the Polestar 3 SUV should easily make or even exceed the proposed range of 310 miles. It was crystal clear from the onset that the 3 SUV would have advanced self-driving capabilities. What else do we know? Well, we know that the technology behind this is named the Iris Lidar system, and it would be mounted on the roof. Again, Polestar has managed to perfectly blend this high-tech gadget into the roofline. Except you're told beforehand, you might not even be able to detect that there's a road spying system up there. This feature actually gives the Polestar 3 SUV an advantage over most of the other cars in its class because, unlike Tesla's Autopilot and GM's Super Cruise, the lidar system works 100% without any input from the driver. Catching a glimpse of the Polestar 3 SUV is tough because, for some reasons unknown to us, the Swedish automaker has continued to hide this long-awaited car from the eyesight of the public. However, our probing eyes caught some of the designs that are worth talking about. Of all the things we saw, though, the smooth roofline, T-shaped headlights, and slightly announced fender stood out for us. In general, the Polestar 3 wears a sharp and sportier look, and this is one of the things that makes it stand out among other electric SUVs. Also, let's establish that despite the close relationship between the Polestar 3 SUV and Volvo's XC90, both will be two completely different cars in terms of aesthetics. However, words on the street believe that the 3 SUV will pay homage to the upcoming Polestar precept. Before we explore the interior and reveal the release date of this spectacular car, if you've made it this far, make sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. The interior is another area where Polestar has refused to give plenty of information away. Nonetheless, we expect the Swedish car manufacturer to offer us plenty of new-age technology and unprecedented comfort. Tentatively speaking, we could see the brand abandon the tradition of utilizing a lot of leather in the interior and instead use more environmentally friendly materials like recycled plastics, reused fishing nets, and so on. We should also get a top-class infotainment system that supports Android Automotive OS. Other premium onboard perks we expect to see include the Polestar Digital Key, a video streaming app, and the Harman Kardon sound system. From all indications, there is a huge chance that the Polestar 3 will be sold first in the United States before anywhere. Polestar 3 will be built in America for our American customers. From now on, the USA is no longer an export market, but a home market. Polestar CEO Thomas Ingenlath said, "The automaker is aiming to increase its car sales by 10-folds from 29,000 in 2021 to 290,000 by 2025. That's some big numbers to chase, and Polestar estimates that the 3 SUV will account for 27% of that figure. Consequently, we expect that the U.S. market will deliver at least 50% of the total Polestar 3 SUV sales. The other 50% we imagine will be contributed by the Asian and European markets." Polestar haven't revealed how much this 3 SUV will cost, but considering that it will slot in straight into the heated category that comprises the Tesla Model X, Porsche Taycan, Jaguar I-Pace, and BMW iX, and all of these cars cost between $71,000 and $100,000. The Polestar 3 SUV should fall within this range as well. Now to the big question on everyone's lips: when will the Polestar 3 SUV be officially released? There are rumors about the possibility of launching the 3 SUV at the tail end of this year. However, we reckon that this much-anticipated sports utility vehicle is likely to make its debut within the first quarter of 2023. The Polestar 3 SUV comes with a truckload of promise in terms of performance, but we cannot draw conclusions on the type of reception it will receive from gearheads. However, if Polestar's projections for this upcoming SUV are achieved, automakers like Tesla, Porsche, BMW, Audi, and others can expect some stiff competition. Do you agree? Let us know in the comment section. And don't forget to check out our other videos